Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the Appleton Hokam Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are jumping back into Cobra Kai. This is season 6, episode 8, called Snakes on a Plane. I don't think we're going to see Sam Jackson, but look, big news. I love the way they're doing the tournament. Johnny has to go back, so... And does that mean we might see Kenny again if Miguel's going with them? We shall see.
Yeah, look, first handful of episodes have been phenomenal. Definitely bad news for Johnny. Hoping everything is okay. But yeah, we've been waiting to see how they were going to reintroduce Kenny. We knew he was going to have to have his moment. And this seems, Mason Quinn thinks he's worried about a growth spurt, but this seems like an opportunity for him with Miguel having to head home. But only one way to find out, and that's to get into it. So let's go.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, how's she doing?
No updates yet. They're monitoring the bleeding.
All right, I need you to do something for me.
Of course.
With Miguel dropping out, Miyagi-Do's down a fighter. I need you to find Kenny Payne and put him on a flight to Barcelona.
There
Of
it
course.
is.
I'll go right now.
Your mom's gonna be fine, don't worry. Hey, Matt, can you maybe do that later so the rest of us can get on?
Economy ain't going anywhere. Last thing we need to do is get kicked off the plane.
Neat means no ice, babe. Yeah, I'll take that if he's not having it.
Main cabin drinks will be for sale once we're in the air.
Yeah, but this one's already made.
Sir, are you going to be a problem?
Probably a little.
Jesus,
Don't
dude.
say that, Johnny.
Trying to get home.
Yep.
I can't even imagine what Johnny's going through. Also have big problem here, Daniel-san. I knew Kreese hated my guts, but kidnapping me? How did Kreese know you were searching for answers about Miyagi? His partner. She probably set his whole scheme in motion, and now they got this long-haired brute doing their dirty work. If Kreese thinks he could pull this kind of shit and get away with it, he's got another thing coming.
Oh,
Looks like we got LaRusso rattled. Enemy soldiers should never rest.
Understood.
enemy soldiers. These are still teenagers. They're still
I don't approve.
teenagers. Thank you.
Our team should be focused on the tournament. I won't have my grandfather's students risking the shame of disqualification, petty fights off the mat.
That's a solid
Your
point.
grandfather is the one that taught me that battles aren't reserved for the battlefield.
So maniacal.
Kreese expects retaliation, so we must show restraint. We will take revenge on Matt. It is your turn to rest. I will stay awake and make sure Cobra Kai does not strike again.
I could use some shut-eye, but if we're gonna stand down, we gotta go into defense mode. That means the kids have to stay in for time.
The team and I really need to clear our minds tonight.
Only if you hit the town hard.
Hell yeah!
Oh boy. Is this gonna put a rift between these two now?
Well, I think it's going to be up to Chosen to keep him out of trouble.
Heard they're gonna find Kenny.
Yeah, because the kid that shit his pants is totally gonna save the day. Woo.
God, his negative attitude just sucks.
Yeah.
Did you get to talk to Miguel before he left?
For like 30 seconds. How are you feeling?
Not great. She's been screwing everything up since Tori put us on a break. And you know what makes it worse is it's not even affecting her. She's been fighting better than ever.
Tori chose the other side. But we can't keep letting her get in our heads like this.
Your
It's time to
head.
accept that she's against us.
Maybe just for now. I feel like we're kind of glossing over everything Tori's been through in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, but
Did you see him knock that prostituta? He's a badass.
Smoke should do.
Oh, look who's getting jelly.
oh boy.
I come bearing great news. How do you feel about a trip to Spain? A spot opened up in Miyagi-Do, and they need you to compete in the Sekai Taikai.
Have a good day, Miss LaRusso.
Wait. You don't want to go?
I don't want any part of Miyagi-Do. Not after what your son put me through.
Thought everything was fine now.
Fine. He drugged me and made me crap my pants. You haven't heard? Look up shit butt memes. Won't be hard to find.
Yeah, you can't blame Kenny there. And Amanda's going to
Now Daniel's going to hear the first of it, talk to the team, and
And Devin's going to have to come
she's
clean.
going to have to come clean.
Excuse me, stewardess. Why is the plane doing this bendy thing?
You mean following the curvature of the earth?
It's flat.
Map looks flat to me, so can you tell the pilot to fly straight? We're trying to get home.
Disregarding me all tournament.
Disregard?
Yeah, and you're making things worse right now. Like when you're drinking in the parking lot when Robbie was warden. No wonder Robbie's so messed up.
Hey, man, that's a low blow. Don't bring Robbie into this. I know you're upset you didn't get the captain spot, but he won that fair and square. It's not my fault you chose.
Is this man bothering you?
Yes.
Oh.
Come with me. I have a seat available for you up front.
Chosen's just looking for everybody.
You let her cut the line?
Yeah, she's hot.
What are you doing here?
Looking after my students. What are you doing here? You're looking to make more trouble for Miyagi-Do.
Take whatever this is someplace else.
You should take some photos so you can remember your one trip to the big time.
Maybe I'll take a photo of you on the mat at the finals. Knocked out.
Ooh.
Remember, you have a girlfriend.
Oh shit, she's coming over here.
We have girlfriends. We love our girlfriends.
Having fun tonight?
I have a girlfriend, though.
Do you want to dance?
I thought you'd never ask.
Dimitri. On vacation. Doesn't count.
Jesus.
So is your boyfriend over there very kissy? His boyfriend?
Walk that.
Just gonna pull the
I
old
get rum and Coke.
Johnny
Double.
at the country club and smack a kiss on her.
Well, he's having a rum and coke now.
One. Lift off.
I mean, that's objectively funny. I actually haven't seen this one.
I'm ashamed I have a son that's capable of that kind of bullying.
Wait, you think I did this?
You've done nothing but mess with him since he's moved here.
This wasn't me.
It is hard enough being a new kid. Plus, his dad is overseas, his mom works nights, and now he's got to deal with kids being assholes to him?
Whoa, Mom, he's been just as much of a jerk to me.
We are not keeping score, Anthony.
I'm not apologizing for something I didn't even do, Mom.
I am not asking.
Amanda dropping the hammer.
Oh, this creates a whole nother layer.
Yeah.
Sir, you can't be here.
Miguel. Oh, my God. You don't belong up here. So go. You're about to have a problem. Try it, pal.
Both of you, please sit down.
Better yet, why don't you get me another one of these? All right, we had a family emergency. I just want to make sure he's okay.
He doesn't want to speak to you. Please go have a seat.
That's not good.
That's a pretty patient stewardess from what I've seen in the news.
Hey, nice ponytail.
You said you saw teens.
I'll tell you if you let me take you for a ride home.
Oh, that sounded like something broke.
If you tell him, I'll break your arm.
You tell her. I will break your arm. First you kidnap Daniel-san. Now you go after kids?
Oh, he's calling her out.
You're wrong, head goon. Put Daniel-san in a dog cage.
Dog cage. Cobra Kai had nothing to do with it. I would know.
Maybe Chris do without you, huh?
Ooh, creating a rift.
Oh.
He's got a scooter.
Uh-oh, now she's going to call Kreese out on it. Mm-hmm. She's still got honor. She's a badass, but she's still got honor.
Yeah.
Kreese, on the other hand, well...
Win any way possible.
Kreese is going to crease. Oh, boy.
Here we go.
I'm Sam, by the way.
Axel.
Shirtless doing my forms.
Of course, his name is Axel.
I am not supposed to speak with opponent.
We're not on the mat.
Oh.
Whoa. What happened to your back?
From post-staff competition.
Nobody's even been able to land a point on you yet.
My sensei wants me to be the best. It's because of him I never lose.
There are other ways of teaching.
It's Drago.
You're pretty... Your dojo's pretty good, too.
Let me try.
Mind if I join?
Switch dojos?
I was going back to the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that would help.
Switch dojos?
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad twist.
I don't think the rules would allow it, though.
Let's just, we don't know all the details of the rules.
Nothing. I just miss you.
Ew. That looks like you're having fun.
Uh-oh, is Dimitri about to get busted out?
Is he going to tilt that thing a little too bit?
Oh, no.
He's going to bust him out.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You shady little man whore.
Oh, no.
Why did you have to show my girlfriend? That's
now he's drinking?
Yeah, he had one before. This is his second, I think. Oh, not good.
This is turning into a major shit show. Oh, no.
I don't think they're gonna win the tournament, dude.
I will be right back.
Keep her warm tonight. Make a move. Someone is waiting for me.
Oh, he's just playing with your mind, Robbie. Can't you see that?
Oh boy! Add another layer.
What is going
Add
on?
another layer.
I'm here to say sorry. I guess for you shitting your pants, which I had nothing to do with, by the way, but now my mom's blaming me, which means you must have said something. Ow!
Oh!
What the hell?
Fucking karate.
You hit me first, and I'll do it again.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
I took a big leap coming to Miyagi-Do just to get humiliated in front of everyone because of him.
It wasn't me, it
Enough! The whole reason a spot is even open in Miyagi-Do is because Miguel's mom is in the hospital. Yeah, some people have real shit they're dealing with. This is never gonna end until one of you ends it. Someone is gonna have to lose that battle so you can finally end the war. So who's it gonna be? Huh?
Oh God, here we go.
What's Johnny gonna do?
They're not bad. Watch him have to make an emergency landing.
Sorry I wasn't there for you more in Barcelona. Right? I saw you killing it out there. I didn't think you needed my support as much as Robbie.
That's fair.
He's not going to college next year. But I see how that made you feel. You're my son, too. As for your mom, I'm really scared. I try my best to get myself together, be a good guy. I don't know if she's gonna be okay. But I can't think of the alternative.
This ain't hard, okay? I sit up here in the big boy seats, and you go all the way in the back with the lazy loser.
Man, I'm just trying to talk to my kid.
If there's any violence, I'll have to call the captain.
So call him, sweetheart. Okay.
Oh, Miguel popped him right up the nose.
That was a great shot. It's a good backup.
Thanks, everyone. We got him.
We got him. Snakes on a plane.
Yep.
You've been to Thailand?
And Japan, every country in Europe.
Other than a couple of trips to Disney World, I haven't really been outside of California. But there's so much world to see, and Barcelona's not such a bad place for me to start.
Just take it easy here.
Oh, cute. Little rival team playtime, huh? Say the magic words.
Move aside.
Wrong.
Easy, Axel. Oh, he took it like a
Jeff
champ.
didn't even phase him.
He just ate that kick like it was nothing.
You are. I'll see you on the mat.
We gotta go.
The cops are already coming?
Nice round kick.
Nice counter strike.
Oh, don't do it, buddy. She's got a boyfriend.
Whoa, no. I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong idea.
Already after curfew, I must go. Sorry.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh. Thought I was gonna get a...
Would rat me out to Yaz. She dumped me. Dude, this is not my fault. You were the one dancing with another girl. You just can't handle that she wanted me over you. But to ruin my relationship over it, that is a new low, even for you.
If you don't like facing consequences, maybe don't do shitty things. Some people cannot take any damn accountability.
Oh. Duh. Yep.
Accountability. There's a lot going on.
She gonna call Kenny and come clean?
I don't know if I can ever get over everything that's gone down.
You know, it's also hard. Becoming an elite karate fighter, which you did, faster than anyone I know.
I don't know if I could face everyone else again.
You got embarrassed. But at some point, you're gonna have to see him.
You should see the shit my husband went through back in '84.
I guess it'd be pretty cool to come back a world champion.
Yes, it would.
Can you give us a minute? I swear on my life that I did not dose you. I've been enough of an asshole that I'd see why you'd think it was me. And since I started this war, it's on me to end it. I'm gonna shit my pants.
What?
Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second.
I heard you might come to Barcelona, which is awesome, but I'm the one who put the laxatives in your drink.
What?
I am so sorry. I feel terrible. I'm just feeling so much pressure, and
Hey, can we just talk about this when I get there? I really gotta go.
He's gonna be drinking it.
Yeah.
Anthony's gonna be slamming it.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna shit my pants for you.
You better go, because you're gonna want home field advantage for this kind of deuce.
We good?
We're good.
Mom, start the car, please.
What do you call a headlock move you use on idiot tourists?
As if I'd give away my secrets to the enemy.
Not enemy.
Well, that's right. Your enemy is the orchid.
I never said that.
She must have really broken your heart if you let a little flower take you down.
Nothing take me down.
I bet I could.
You would not last 1 second in fight with me.
Yeah. Are they going to... Just hear me out here. Are they going to cut to a scene and these two are going to wake up in a hotel room together? Ah! What is going on? What's going on with our show, folks? It's a disaster. Oh my gosh.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh. Now these two?
Barely remember last night.
Well, good thing I do.
And why does this always happen?
Here's your Carmen Diaz.
Room 54.
Where's the woman whose room this is?
Where was she? Is she in this room?
I don't know. All right.
What are you guys
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know what they were going to do.
We had to do an emergency cerclage. She just needs to stay on bed rest for the next few weeks as she recovers. Okay?
So Miguel gets on a plane, goes back. Kenny fights in Devin's spot.
We're never leaving you again.
She's so lucky to have you as a dad. No one's going to mess with a girl whose big brother won the Sekai Taikai. There'll be nothing for you to do.
Oh, we just got here.
Back on a plane we go.
Win.
Oh, win, Rocky! Win, Rocky, win! They just Rocky. Over Rocky.
Yes.
Come on.
These two.
Oh, on the beach.
This stays between us.
And no one can know what happened on the beach. Well, 2, if we count morning. What happened in Barcelona, stay in Barcelona.
Oh, there's the guy.
He with you?
I've never seen him before.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to have a team up.
What's the big emergency?
What's she doing here? We just crossed paths. We found men who kidnapped you. Follow him here.
Well.
You called Chris?
I have questions of my own.
You know, I haven't forgotten about yesterday's assault. Actions have consequences, Daniel.
As you're about to find out. There he is. You got them running scared.
Hey,
Oh.
You sent this thug to kidnap me?
Because, Danny boy.
He's back.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, Terry.
What would life be without a few surprises?
Oh, come on,
Yes.
let's go!
And the cigar. Dude, I mean, come on. We got Terry Silver back. There is so much going on in this show. I just wanted, they got me with that fake out with Carmen at the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
I was seriously thinking something bad happened to her. I would have very much disliked it because I really would have taken away from the show for me, but I'm glad it was just a tease and a fake out. Look, we had the whole adventure with Johnny on a plane. I thought something was going to go wrong there for sure. I mean, if you would have told me to place a bet, I'd be like, I'm all in. Johnny's going to screw something up on the plane. But I really love that he had that moment with Miguel where he's like, hey, I'm scared too. And we don't often see Johnny lower his guard like that. And I like seeing that. Getting back now with our team, that's just an absolute mess. Hawk and Dimitri are at each other. You know, I liked that Devin tried to come clean to Kenny. Kenny was Amanda was really bringing the hammer in this episode, where she got right up in her son's face and was basically like, hey, I don't tolerate this. I raised you better than this. I'm raising. You are going to go and apologize, and this is going to be the end of it. And I even like how they changed the music there of like the sound of like, okay, you know, normally Amanda's pretty fun and, you know, she kind of breaks the fourth wall for us, but here, you know, she really stepped it up, and I like to see that side of her. She always does a fantastic job. The good news is that Kenny, sounding like Ving Rhames, is going to be coming back to Barcelona. He's probably going to run through the competition like Michael J. White or something on here, but that should be really interesting to see how that happens. The question I have is with Miguel coming back, and you kind of hinted at it, Oak, what's going to happen? Because look, we got the Rocky and Adrian just win for me, baby, sort of thing. So Johnny and Miguel are headed back. You know, who knows what kind of time frame we're talking about as far as when the competition is. But now we're going to have one extra person. So what's going to happen is Devin going to give up her spot to Kenny. Is somebody going to get hurt and Kenny's going to have to step in anyways? You know, who knows? Robbie's head is all over the place. He's been a mess since he's got there. Whether it's Tori or the other Cobra Kai's getting in his head, and he's just got to get it together. And Johnny was right that Robbie did need him more than Miguel did. Miguel was pretty much cooking this whole time. So the convoluted, I don't even want to say convoluted, but just the mess that our characters keep getting into every season. It's like they start to work it out and then something dumb happens. Of course, Hawk had the cell phone going around and, you know, got Dimitri in trouble. But like Hawk said, hey, if you don't want to get into trouble or whatever, don't do shitty things. So he's not wrong there. Now, you could say, hey, they're just dancing, but then you end up like Robbie and you're coming out of a hotel with, you know, one of your opponents and Tori's right there. So this, it's a mess for our characters, but I want to say, and I don't know if we're a broken record on this one, Oak, but the writing has been so good on this. The constant surprises that they're able to pull out, because look, it would be so easy for them to just take the safe way with the last season, make everything kind of happy. Everything works out. Yeah, they have some, you know, trials and tribulations, but they work through it. They overcome. And the great thing with this show is they don't always give you the ending that you want. They don't always give you the happy ending. So I'm still not convinced that our team is going to win the tournament. I'm hoping they do. I'm 60-40, 70-30. They're going to win the tournament, but there's still enough of that doubt in the back of my mind that I'm not sure. And that's a huge credit to all the folks involved, the writers and everybody. And again, Terry Silver is back over a teenage karate tournament grudge from many, many years ago. As soon as I heard that voice, because we were talking off camera when we last filmed, we were walking out of the studio and we were kind of like, well, you know, who's going to come back? We've had all the nostalgia characters come back already. Who's left? You know, maybe Hilary Swank might show up at some point. Who knows? I know that can be somewhat foggy in the storyline and the timeline of Karate Kid, but so good to see Terry Silver back.
Yeah, you know, and I know you said broken record, but the writing is so good because look, it's a dynamic show in that we still want to have a compelling story, right? Look, all like 80s, you know, kind of like overly dramatized everything that we're so used to from Karate Kid aside, you still want to deliver a good story. Mm-hmm. And they're doing that in such a fun way. So you have your teenage drama, which is all over the place here, right? All over the place. The themes that we've seen between Hawk and Dimitri, and a lot of that is, look, Dimitri is just, look, he's getting pretty annoying with his MIT stuff, honestly. You know, it's like he keeps
always being a downer.
Yeah, you know, he kept shoving that in Hawk's face. And look, it's a great school, real life, not just a TV school. But look, it's not something that you have to remind everybody all the time. And, you know, when we saw Hawk, you know, look, you know, he was considering going to other colleges because, you know, look, MIT's, if you're not getting scholarships, super expensive school. But so you have that problem there. Now with Miguel and Robbie, of course, there was conflict there, but that wasn't as much as between Miguel and Robbie as I think it was. They just both wanted to be captains. There was a competitiveness there. And I think Miguel was disappointed with Robbie's performances, and rightfully so. And then you have the internal conflict with Devin. So their team has never really been operating as a cohesive unit at all. And earlier on, we saw conflict with, obviously with Daniel and Johnny. So that doesn't seem like it's going to be getting solved anytime soon. Of course, we have Kevin coming out, Kenny coming out rather, and Devin already
trying to ship him.
already fessed up, right? So, how that's going to play out, I'm not 100% sure. But Miguel's going back. Now, the timeline, look, unless they have
a 14-hour flight, maybe?
From LA to Barcelona would be about 5. Yeah, roughly. Yeah, it could be about maybe a 12, 13-hour flight. I mean, at minimum, it's especially when you're arcing.
Yeah, when you're arcing. How come you're not going straight?
No, so they're going to have to hop right back on a plane. Maybe they have a day off. It seems like they had the day off kind of because they had the elimination round and maybe they have a day off.
They're off blowing off some steam. You would think
they had talked about sightseeing. You would like to think if Robbie knew there was a tournament the day after, he wouldn't have been drinking. So I'm not 100% sure. It seems like it's the afternoon. The day after when they're meeting up at the hotel where we, of course, got the reveal of Terry Silver.
In the hot tub, no less.
So if we have a day off, then possible. Now, also, let's remember flights out of LA. There's a lot of them. Probably get a direct flight to Barcelona as well. So in any regard, logistics aside, it's a possibility. So we have like the conflict story, okay, which is interesting. Now we throw a whole nother thing in there that wasn't Kreese that sent the people after him. It was Terry Silver via our Russian guy. So I'm sensing that, look, the Russian team seems too good right now. I'm sensing that they get disqualified. Now, they've already just given us a little bit of Rocky, right? I'm wondering if...
Best of the best?
No, I'm just wondering if maybe our teenager is on some performance enhancing, some PEDs, and he gets Team Russia disqualified. I don't know. Maybe something happens where they find out they're trying to interfere with the coaches and gets them disqualified. But it would make sense if Terry Silver was involved in getting Team Russia disqualified. So I think that's going to play into it somehow, or their star fighter is conflicted. We know that. So something's definitely going to happen with Team Russia. But the fact that they brought Silver back in, that was pretty incredible. But also, it makes Kreese seem a little less greasy. He wants his students to go mess with the heads of the other people. But kidnapping was obviously taking it a bit far. Not for Terry Silver. So that's interesting. You have the inner conflict between the team. You have a conflict between Daniel and now Terry Silver and Kreese. And then they give us the levity with Chosen
and the other instructor.
And the other instructor, I'm forgetting her name as well. We get that levity. And look, Chosen, I still didn't think it was Kumiko that he was heartbroken over. So I'm wondering if we're not, look, the towel guy scene didn't make sense for Kumiko. So I'm almost wondering if we're going to get another layer of conflict where you have something between Chosen and our coach. Something's brewing there, but then Kumiko comes back in.
Hey, you had the wrong house.
Yeah, you had the wrong house. And then it recreates the drama with Chosen or in the coach. Or maybe Chosen says, hey, this, I'm going to put Kumiko, in the past. This is the future. But in any regard, it's just a whole new storyline. So the stories were great. Now, from the fan service standpoint, of course, bringing Terry Silver back, great. I fly a lot. And I have yet to see I've flown on planes with drunk people. I've flown on planes with people who, when the plane lands, they think they get to grab their luggage and go and everything is void. I have yet to be, and I fly a lot, so I get upgraded to first class sometimes because of Sky Miles and stuff like that. I don't book first class tickets, but I've yet to sit in first class and deal with somebody being that guy. And I've flown a lot. It feels a little bit over dramatized, but it was great that
this is all based off a karate tournament.
Yeah, well, of course. It was great having Miguel punch the guy. Yeah. I thought, here's what I thought was going to happen. I thought Johnny was going to get in trouble and they were going to have to make an emergency landing somewhere, divert, and they were going to get pinned up. and something bad was going to happen. So I was glad they went that direction, and they kind of made you feel like they were going to go that direction.
Yeah, they had that fake out in the hospital.
So that's the one thing about this show is they'll lead you in one direction, then they kind of zigzag. They add some nostalgia, they add some fan service, they add comedy, drama. They have done such a phenomenal job with this show, and this is why we continue to have as much fun with it as we are, and why audiences keep coming back 6 seasons into a show that, who really thought this was going to go past one?
Should it have even happened? That's the thing. And we said that back when we did the earlier seasons. I always said the show could have gone so wrong.
It could have.
And it could have bombed so easily, but they had the right folks involved in it, and you guys crushed it and made it work.
And here we are 6 seasons in. And, that's one of the things that we've talked about, look, on and off camera, like, how can they keep this going? Can they keep it going? They've given us, they gave us, Allie, they gave us Mike Barnes, they gave us Terry Silver, they gave us Chosen. They've given us everything. How can they keep going? Okay, well, you bring Silver back. Awesome. Just the callbacks to the old movies, the Rocky thing. Come on. Just win. It's a straight
As
out
she's
of
there in the hospital.
It was straight out of, because Adrian was having pregnancy complications. So it was straight out of a Rocky film, which I think is great. And look, the fact that they have the Russian tall kid with the spiked hair and the mean Russian coach.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have
is Miguel gonna win?
Now you have the Rocky scene. I think they're definitely playing up some Rocky.
And it's also interesting that Sam was kind of getting, I don't want to say involved with Axel, our Russian giant, but definitely complicating things. And look, maybe it's a translation thing. I think Sam came there initially from a place of concern, but look, pretty handsome guy, pretty easy to.
I felt Sam was. Look, I felt Sam was, on the up and up the whole time. I think she's, she's there.
I think it started that way.
I think it's compassion. I didn't think she ever kind of went that direction. I think this guy is like, he's so used to having to be the tough guy, having to be the robot, having to be the fighter, and to have somebody show him a little bit of compassion and concern.
Probably doesn't know how.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying that. I don't think that she sent out mixed signals, but I'm not going to blame a guy for respectfully shooting his shot.
Right.
I don't think it was something that we could say was disrespectful. When she said no, he was very respectful.
Yeah, he just
said okay.
Well, and
you could tell he was a little embarrassed and laughed, but he was he was very much a gentleman about it. So
yeah.
A great episode.
They just keep knocking it out.
Only 2 left, so I'm really excited to see what else we get from Cobra Kai season 6. But we'll be here back for the next one.
Absolutely. So for Appleton Oak, I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. That was Cobra Kai. We will see you back here for the next one.
Oh, we are back.
Here we go. You gonna go find Mike Tyson?
Ooh, 3 months earlier.
Terry Silver's backstory.
Oh, our Russian coach doing
Are they Russian, or is the one guy just Russian? Because they're called the Iron Dragons. I didn't know if they were Russian.
Iron Dragons, it's Russian, yeah. Okay. Oh, look at who's in the bar having a few drinks.
Yep. Making deals.
Who's this guy now? Oh, he looks pretty disheveled, doesn't he?
We couldn't meet at the 4 Seasons. You had to pick this shithole? I have some good news. Got the judge to officially throw away your case. Thought that it was tough. That Raymond Porter character, the Stingray guy, least credible witness of all time.
Stingray?
Bert, to testify on his behalf is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in a courtroom. I gotta say, ever since you've been back in this karate business, you've been acting You're lucky to have the yacht left. I just don't want you to go on a downward spiral and end up in the morgue like your buddy Snake.
Well, I'll end up there someday.
Snake Plissken?
Snake. Is that the guy who was looking after Barnes in part 3, or was that Snakes? Snake.
Watch this.
With that green light. Oh, that's a heart kick.
Well, you from the commission?
No. But I do know about your financial issues. Lost ownership of your dojo. You got into bed with the wrong people, friend.
Are you my friend now?
No, I'm your savior. I'm here to pay off all your debts.
What's the catch then?
As defending champions, Your team has
karate.
Now I have some friends who want to play spoiler. You show them the error of their ways, embarrassing them in front of the world. And I'll sign ownership of the dojo back to you forever. Consider it done.
Terry Silver once again.
You were behind my kidnapping.
Your obsession with your mentor's past made it way too easy. I couldn't resist reintroducing you to Mr. De Guzman here.
Take off, right? You take off.
Oh, wow. What a throwback. I did not see that. I did not recall that.
Oh, man.
Terry, you got 3 seconds to get out of there.
I didn't recognize that it was him.
Ya está listo.
I'm so sorry, folks, but it is time for my forehand massage. You look a little tense, John. You should book yourself in here. My treat, just like the old days.
Are we going to have a team up now with Kreese and pretty much everybody standing there?
Not here, not now. Let's win the tournament first.
What was he going to do?
What do we do now?
We can't hide this from the kids. If we're gonna take on Kreese and Silver, we're all gonna need to work together. Come on.
Karate.
God, guys, I just love it so much. I love it so much. I can't tell you how much I love it.
Eager to kick ass. He's ready to win this thing.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Kenny came with him. Okay.
We're crawled up everyone's butts.
Thought they'd be on separate flights.
A lot.
Ponytail prick is back? You gotta be kidding me. We took him down before. We'll do it again. I came back, left Carmen to win. Let's finish what we started.
Yes, let's go.
Just win.
Just want to tell you how relieved I am that Carmen and the baby are okay, right? And I really appreciate that voicemail you left for me.
All right, don't worry, LaRusso. It's all piss under the bridge.
Not sure that's how that goes, but
good.
It doesn't always last long, but I love it when these guys come together.
I am truly sorry.
Miguel's back. Why is Kenny here?
He's taking Devin's spot.
As our only captain without a soft spot for Kenny, I feel obligated to inform you that we may have a potential traitor in our midst. All I'm saying is, we know that Silver's going to cheat. The only question is, how?
Come on, Dimitri.
8 dojos.
Kenny's solid.
Welcome to our final
Dimitri's
group
been
event.
he's been
Over
like
the course of
just-
the tournament.
Just Debbie Downer the whole time.
Of your place atop the leaderboard. And after today, the best will gain entry into our Tournament of Champions. Each team will face 3 opponents, determined by random draw in an all dojo.
Oh, new rivalry.
I must break you.
2 fighters inside the ring, 1 from each dojo at a time.
Fighters, ready.
Oh, we know how this is going to play.
Remain outside, waiting to be tagged in by their teammates.
Tag match.
Hurry, tag! No stoppages, no timeouts. So use your teammates wisely.
Oh, she's a badass.
They got some folks this season that
To score
really
3
have some
points
talent.
wins the match.
Not sure we do that in a fight, but
Yeah, you got to show
thanks for
off a
good
little.
TV.
End of today.
Block the
Your
tag.
captains will either be fighting in a Tournament of Champions,
Oh, is he going to go for the Shanghai Sunset?
be eliminated watching from the sidelines.
Oh, it dropped the axe kick.
Cobra Kai win!
May the best dojos win.
Furia de Pantera. The Fury of the Panthers. Let's say, I don't know what country's flag that is.
Hey, check in. No, I got it.
Got to work as a team.
Whack. He distracted him.
Oh my God, one! Let's go!
Oh, there he is.
Got a brute.
Oh, what are you doing, Tag Kenny? What are you doing?
Oh. The slow-mos they're doing here are awesome.
Team Pantera with an impressive victory. Miyagi-Do's loss puts them on the verge of elimination after their first match.
Why didn't you tag in Kenny when you had the chance? You expect us to trust him already?
Trust me to what? Not get my ass kicked like you and Dimitri?
Oh, yeah. I fly all the way back here to help us win, and you won't even give me a chance?
This isn't about Kenny. I'm the one who lost the match.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
There is so much going on.
We haven't even faced this team yet. Silver's already affecting us.
He wants to screw with us? Maybe we should screw with him right back.
Maybe use other enemy to do screwing.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
A gift certificate to the spa.
You thieving son of a...
Oh! Whoa!
You want me to suspend you from the tournament?
Our deepest apologies, Mr. Braun. It will not happen again.
You don't want to see me angry.
Whoa! Who's this dude now?
I look forward to next time.
I'm surprised you went along with the plan.
Oh, they did it!
Fighters ready! Fight!
What are you still doing?
Okay, that's our Russian team.
Yeah, I get confused. The Iron Dragons that you think.
Fighters right, 2-0.
Maybe your fighter needs to pay attention.
Oh, going for a little more.
Cobra Kai drops to 1-1. Another loss and Cobra Kai is out.
Fine, I'm fine.
Mr. Payne, too bad your new dojo doesn't feel the same, based on how they left you out in the cold in that first match. With the loopholes in the roster system, I'd make a spot for you on my team in a heartbeat.
Loopholes.
I couldn't do that to Miyagi-Do's.
My team is undefeated. You'd have a much better chance if you were actually on the winning team. Up to you, young man.
That dirty Terry Silver.
What a bastard.
Okay, you go.
Get your head in the game, Robbie.
Front him. Come on, can he go? No.
All right, Kenny.
I'm so over it, Dimitri, guys.
Did you come here to win?
Superman punch by Kenny.
Uppercut. He got both points and won it for him. Let's go.
Who's the man now, huh?
Let's go.
Yeah, shut up, Dimitri.
With the win, Miyagi-Do moves to 1.
Yes, Kenny. Yes, that's our guy.
He got both points to finish it off. Oh, let's go.
Superman punch and an uppercut. I can't believe they brought that guy back.
Yeah, you have to be a pretty hardcore fan to remember that guy from part 3.
I know it was you who stole Kreese's unjangdo.
You confused me for a thief.
Kreese is like dynamite waiting to explode, and that blast can easily be directed your way. I'd hate for you to make another mistake.
Ooh, she's still salty about that.
First match, Miyagi-Do versus Cobra Kai.
You don't have much time.
Hey, we just won. Why are spirits so low?
What's going on here?
We beat Cobra Kai before. We can do it again.
No, they're all nervous about the match.
One more time.
One last ride.
One last time.
Oh, yeah, only captain's going to the final.
Yeah.
It's the last time that we'll ever fight together as a team.
Damn, I guess I never thought about it like that.
How do we want to go out?
I'm really sure.
All right.
You're just scared of losing my best friend. You're always gonna be my brother.
There's no crying in karate.
There's no crying in karate.
We're family.
Family.
Always.
All right, let's go.
We got the music going.
Who are we? Miyagi-Do! I said, who are we?
Oh, God. There they are. The goosebumps.
Our senseis taught us well.
All right, enough of this kumbaya crap.
Because both Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai are 1-1, whoever wins this match advances. Whoever loses is eliminated.
Okay, prediction.
Does not exist in this dojo.
No, Sensei.
Good.
Oh,
the way these writers have been, I'm still nervous.
Fighting so poorly.
That our team's
I know
pull
what you're
it
going to
off.
say. Whatever he's making you feel all of it, and then use it.
Hey, remember, trust, teamwork. You got this. Who's in first?
somebody's going to lose. Russian team's obviously going to get disqualified. and then we come back for the finals.
You think Cobra Kai gets put in because the Iron Dragons will get disqualified for something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Who knows?
Wait!
Gotta have Miyagi-Do advance.
Rob, tag me in!
Come on, Sam.
Oh, Sam said she wasn't going to hold back.
Yep.
Lovers quarrel?
This guy. Jeez. What a great villain he's been.
How can you be mad at me when you're the one who ended things?
I said pause, not hook up with our enemies.
Oh, so it's okay to hook up with your new teammates then, huh? You and Quan.
Come on, Timmy. Cobra Kai. What?
Oh, let's
Here
go.
we go. Oh. Didn't even let Miguel get to him.
You dumbass got played.
Oh, now he's pissed. Oh,
there we go.
1-1. Like I said, I feel like we're going to have Miyagi-Do lose and come back later. So I'm trying not to get my whole,
They definitely haven't made it predictable this season.
We can't not have these two in the finals.
Oh, there's the hot kick. They had the screech.
Miyagi-Do, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go number 2.
Robbie's got to get a shot at this guy.
Point, Cobra Kai, 2. Next point wins.
Oh,
It's about time.
Robbie's got that Terminator look in his eye. Oh. He ain't gonna tag. He wants
the guy we haven't seen fight the entire series wants to tag in.
It's making it hurt.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it.
This is so awesome.
Wow. Jesus, this kid is good. They got some talent.
Yeah, they do. Make it hurt.
This music.
It's so epic.
Point, Miyagi-Do win.
Oh, there we go.
Miyagi-Do advances to the
Oh,
tournament.
Robbie
Cobra Kai is the one. Look, Cobra Kai is 1,000% not out.
Yeah, they're coming back somehow.
They're coming back.
We finally beat Creech.
Well, I actually beat him at my very first tournament.
Still beat me.
Yes. Oh. Oh, this show warms my heart. Look, Cobra Kai is not out.
This isn't over.
Scoreboard says otherwise. See you in another life, Crease.
Wow. We know Cobra Kai is not out.
Congratulations, LaRusso. I'm making it to the semis and you're sticking crease on me with that dagger ruse.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One more thing. I felt bad that your Miyagi investigation didn't lead anywhere.
Oh boy, here we go.
A gift from me to you.
I don't want your gifts.
I think you do.
Falsified documents.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything from Terry.
Oh,
Silver.
what's this?
What is it? Silver just serving papers?
No. It's a Sekai Taikai record from the year Mr. Miyagi participated.
He was Cobra Kai. He was Cobra Kai.
No, he took a guy out.
Death.
Match ended in death.
He killed his opponent.
Oh, wow. Well, that explains a lot about Miyagi's not wanting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This isn't over until I say it's over.
Again, karate tournament.
It's a teenage karate tournament, ladies and gentlemen.
Just doesn't stop surprising me. It just doesn't. We are, because this is the second to last episode, correct?
Yeah, it felt like it could be the last one of part 2, but wow, we got one more. We got another episode.
So this is wild the way they ended things. Look, folks, I realize it's a karate tournament. about Karate Kid, you know, from the 80s, but how do you not get sucked into it? I mean, it's just, they do such a good job. It would be so easy for this to just be full of cheese, and you'd be laughing at everything, and you'd be laughing at the fights and the over the top backstabbing and trickery that everybody's going through to win this karate tournament. But it just works. And I, you know, we say so many times on this channel, you know, just let it go and just take the ride. And sometimes you have to actually tell yourself, okay, this is going to be what it's going to be. I'll just take the ride and enjoy it. With this, it's like you don't have a choice. It's like they grab you and they just make you take the ride with them. The storytelling has been so good. And I've said it before, it could have easily gone so wrong with the series. It could have been done after season 1, or it could have not even happened at all. But the writing has been so incredible. Nothing, I can't predict nearly anything on here that happens. It seems like I'm always thrown for a twist. You know, you might predict something here and there, but for the most part, the storytelling has been good enough where they're not afraid to throw you a curveball, and they're not afraid to give you the unhappy ending, is what I'm trying to say. And that's why we can be as far along as we are in the tournament and still not exactly be 100% about what the finish is going to be. I'm with you, Oak, and I don't know how you feel, but I think Cobra Kai is going to be back in it. I think Iron Dragon is going to get disqualified for something. I think Sam might play a role with Axel in that somehow, but although Axel didn't exactly seem happy with Sam at the tournament, or at least gave her a look like the armor's back on, the Terminator's back in charge, and he doesn't feel anything anymore. So that's going to be interesting. And for a minute there, it was Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai were working together, whether they realized it or not, against Terry Silver, which I found it to be really interesting. And now we got the big drop at the end that Miyagi's fight ended in a death. How is that going to play out? Look, our team kind of came together at the end there in the locker room, so that's good. It seems like everybody's on the same page. And the last thing I'll say is I want to give a huge shout out to all the other actors that they brought in for this season, because they know their karate. Like, it's one thing to take an actor, train him up, use different camera work, how you have to, or whatever it might be to get in some really solid looking karate. These guys they brought in this season, they can flat out go. And I think we saw that in the first half of the first third of part 6, when we were introduced to the new Cobra Kai. We're like, all right, these guys are on a different level. They can really go. So that's been impressive as well. All in all, it just keeps getting better. Oak got goosebumps a couple times during this episode. Oh, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say it as many times as I feel like I need to say it. The writing, they just fucking get us, right? They just get their fans, and it's because the writers are fans, and they just get it, and it feels like, God, it's like so often, you know, we've. You know, had the pleasure of doing interviews. We did Kirk Ward and Albert Hughes. Yeah. I mean, just some brilliant minds, and, you know, kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff. Sometimes a script writer, sometimes the studios get involved, and the vision that the directors, or sometimes even the story that they're given, isn't the story that the fans receive. And sometimes that works out great. Look, there's been changes studios have made that worked out great, and some not so great. And it just feels like, when you have people who are very talented writers, but just the purest of pure fans who are delivering the final product. And look, maybe there's some stuff that we don't see because some stuff did get cut, but it just feels like they just delivered. And this is a fan base who, you know, we've been, guys, we're talking literally 40 years now, since we were like kids, and they're just delivering. And it's like a warm blanket on a cold winter's night, you know, just the warm and
it's like, you know, it's going to be good.
Warm and fuzzies. It's so good. But I've said this before. If anybody's watching, look, if you're younger and watching this, you know, you're in your teens, you're in your early 20s, and you're thinking, these old guys, this shit is cheesy. It's meant to be, okay? The original Karate Kids, part 1, 2, and 3, they are the cheesiest shit you're ever going to watch. But we loved them. We loved them. We loved them. We loved them. And that's what they're giving us. And that's what they just get it, right? They just get it. You know, I think we have a very talented cast of actors, right? Look, nobody here is probably winning an Oscar, but we've got talented actors, and they could have very easily given us an adult version of a karate story and had it to have its very serious tones. Okay, they could have done that. Look, Martin Kove, you know, everybody that there is on here, like your serious actors, I think they could turn it on and be real bad guys. Okay, you know, Terry Silver, I think. Look, I have all the confidence in the world that these guys could be real bad guys, and you could have like a real drama here. But they know they have to keep it in the style of the 80s films, and that's what fans want, and they have. So I know that's a lot on fan service and writing, but it's absolutely worth being said because look, I know one guy who's a more hardcore fan than me, my buddy Joe, right? And other than that, I look, I'm sure they're out there, right? But look, I've got the memorabilia. I've got the autographs. I've gone to the Comic Cons. I bought the merchandise. I have the clothes. I've been watching the movies on repeat for 40 years. I'm a hardcore fan. Now Joe, my buddy Joe, actually went to California, took the Karate Kid. They took the tour where they went to the old apartment building, the school. He stole a golf ball from Golf and Stuff, which he then had signed by Ralph Macchio. Ralph said it was the first time he's ever signed a golf ball from Golf and Stuff. But I'm just such a hardcore fan, and they're just giving us exactly what we want, and it's so rare to get that from old stuff from your childhood.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's not just throwbacks and actors that they're bringing in. There's depth to the story in the same vein as the movies.
There's depth to the story. So look, a lot of twists and turns. That's the one thing that they've done a very good job with is twists and turns and misdirections. I didn't think Kenny would go with Silver, but they made us think for just a minute, and then they came back. Never in a million years would I have seen Chosen hooking up with the girl from Cobra Kai, and then that going sour, and all of a sudden there's conflict there. I didn't see Terry Silver, and I know the Iron Dragons. I keep saying Russian, and we have another Russian team, so apologies for that. I just. Like instantly, I go into Ivan Drago.
They had Axel, who's like Drago.
So I keep saying Russian. And look, I know, I'm guessing, Eastern European, Russian. When you had the old USSR, there's all the countries over there. So apologies for that if I'm getting their country wrong. But look, they've done a great job with that. I like the fighting in here. The fighting was excellent. His name is slipping my mind, but the young guy who's like the lead bad guy for Cobra Kai, what an incredible martial artist he is. I mean, they have some very talented girls. What was the girl who's the Zara? I mean, she incredibly talented. And Mason Gwynn does bring up a good point. I spent a fair amount of time in martial arts when I was younger. Did some tournament fighting for a few years, and you can tell. I think there's 3 levels of what you're getting here. And this isn't 100% accurate, but just my take on it. I think you have the pure martial artists, which I think it's clear to see here. I think you have athletic actors that they train up that do a really good job. And then I think you have the people who may have gotten the roles for their acting ability that they're teaching martial arts. All the way around, I think everybody's done a good job on this show. But for me, I see 3 levels of ability. I see the actors, I see the athletic actors, and then I see the pure martial artists. William Zabka had wrestled in high school, never did any martial arts. But if you watch the original Karate Kid, you'd never think that. You'd think like, hey, this guy was good. But there wasn't anything in Karate Kid Part 1, 2, or 3 that matches what we're seeing here. I think the closest thing that we would see to this martial arts level skill would be Vidal in Karate Kid Part 1, the semifinalist that Daniel beat. And he was a true martial artist. He's on Instagram as Rockbreaker Boy. I follow all the guys. So Vidal from the first 3 Karate Kids, I think would be the only one, as far as I'm concerned, that matches the skill level that we have in this. So incredible skill, as you've said. Just really next level martial arts. But I do want to give credit to all the actors from the original season because they've stepped it up as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
We see just a different level of ability, and they've worked their butts off. So, but again, from the writing to the acting to the comedy to the cheese to the action, they've absolutely nailed it. And I got to be honest, like I was nervous with them doing a 3-part. I mean, it's 15 episodes, right? I'm like, how are they going to turn this into 15 episodes? And it feels like, we could have one more, episode left of the story and that's done. Of course, we have one last of this, the second release. I believe part 3 is coming out in February. So I got to wait a little bit before we see that. But an absolutely incredible episode. And I just can't say enough. Again, very entertaining, but the level of nostalgia and fan service that these writers are doing. Look, and I get that some younger audience or even older audiences might be like, just take it easy, Oak. It's Cobra Kai. But if you're a hardcore fan, you know we're on the same wavelength there.
Yeah, well, and the beauty of it,
right?
Yeah, and the beauty of it is, even if you're not a hardcore fan, they do enough to completely suck you into the story. Where yes, it absolutely helps to have watched and to know the first 3 Karate Kid movies, but it's not essential. I don't think. I still think you can really enjoy this, even not having seen those. I think they do enough to get the casual audience caught up into what's going on.
Yeah. And if you are a hardcore fan, I'll probably repeat this a couple times. Check out your local or regional Comic-Con if you get a chance there. The crew isn't at all of them, but they do make appearances, and it's a really unique experience. I've gone to Chicago and in Orlando. Those are the 2 I usually go to. And I've had a chance to meet Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, and of course, Martin Kove. I had to get a funny story. I had to get 2 pictures with Martin Kove in Orlando last year. The first picture I got with him was when he was doing autographs at his table. They have a lot of times they'll have a set photo booth where you get pictures, but you can get pictures at tables. And I smiled, and you can always tell when I'm like genuinely smiling because it's a dumb smile, like a posed smile. I'll smile, try to make a nice smile, but when I have like my dumb face smile on, so I'm coming up to meet Kreese at Martin Kove. I'm like, oh, I'm a huge fan, man. I'm like totally fanboying out. And we get a picture, of course, and he keeps his straight face, and I'm just smiling huge, like, ah! And it was, I got the picture. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh no!
What did I do?
What did I do? So he was doing photo ops a little bit later. Luckily, I was still an opportunity to do a photo op. He's like, yeah, back again. I'm like, man, I smiled in the first picture. You can't smile when you're getting a picture with John Kreese. And he actually laughed, and then we got a good straight face picture. But in any regard, I'll shut up now. This is how excited I am, and this is, you guys want to see genuine reactions from genuine fans. This is me just pouring it all out for you guys. So one more episode left. And then on to another break. Then we wait.
Absolutely. So for the Appleton Oak, I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. That was Cobra Kai. One more episode to go. Until we wait, we'll see you then. Here we go. An old school intro. Oh, we're gonna see Miyagi. Oh, look at young Miyagi.
Oh, what a dream sequence, folks.
Wow. What an epic sequence.
This seems more like a gambling type thing, underground, very Kumite feeling.
Yeah.
It's me.
Show.
Ooh.
So much you never told me. You just need to understand why.
That was always your problem, Daniel-san. So you got to understand without willing to accept.
Oh! Oh, wild.
Everything, Daniel-san. Because you're never strong enough to accept trust.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, so good to see that.
Wow. The nostalgia of seeing Pat Morita there is pretty...
These are the authentic Sekai Taikai results. No question.
It's legit.
Sadly, the rare death did occur in that era. It was a different time.
But you heard Gunther. People died in fights sometimes back then. Maybe it was just some freak accident. But right now, Miyagi-Do's in the finals and Cobra Kai's out. Doesn't get much better than that, except winning the whole thing.
But are they really out?
Of course they're not out.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
2 sponsors dropped me already, 3 more threatening. That bitch is lucky she's eliminated or I'd wipe the mat with her face.
Okay, what is this guy's problem?
I must break you.
The night that you flew home, I ended up running into him on the beach. I guess he got the wrong idea and tried to kiss me. He knows I have a boyfriend. I guess he's just not taking it super well.
I get it. Clearly he doesn't.
Oh.
Oh, that's the thing that her mom gave her.
I owe you an apology. I should have never let Kwon get into my head. Pressure of the tournament got to me, and I
can't do this right now. I never should have let myself believe in any of it.
What happened in Macchio yesterday will never happen again.
It's a good thing I don't have to find out. Lucky me. Go home safe.
Xiongxin does not deserve to be in next round. That is my spot.
I guess you shouldn't have let him kick your ass.
What? Zara would destroy you and celebrate with your boyfriend.
Oh.
Say that again.
You heard me.
Yash! We are already returning to my grandfather in disgrace.
Yeah, he was pretty hardcore.
너는 정신 차려.
Oh, glad that got broken up.
And look, I gotta say, all things being equal, it's pretty sweet knowing that Cobra Kai's not a threat anymore.
John Kreese, you're under arrest.
Why couldn't you let sleeping dogs lie?
Miyagi-Do will be humiliated in front of everyone.
Too bad we can't humiliate Cobra Kai.
Attention Sekai Taikai competitors. All dojos convene immediately in the main lobby, including those who have been eliminated.
My apologies for summoning you all like this.
Here we go.
The Sekai Taikai has a long and honorable tradition. We fight hard, but we fight fair. I'm saddened to announce that one of the dojos here has tarnished that tradition by cheating.
Well, it's going to be the 4th team. It's not going to be any of our teams. It's going to be the 4th team. It's got to be the 4th
Sensei
team.
Ivanov.
Yep.
4 of your students have tested positive.
What I tell you? It was just the wrong team. Yep. The Russians. Yep.
Consider yourself fortunate that your dojo wasn't banned forever. Continue this behavior, and that could be arranged. Easily.
Ooh. Gunther gonna give him a chop.
Wait.
Cobra Kai.
That means
Cobra Kai.
What I tell you? I knew it.
Tori Nichols against Samantha LaRusso. Diego Aguilar versus Sanjay Zoom. And our second semifinal match, Kovacevic.
Oh, boy.
Against Robbie Keane.
Kovacevic.
Well, I guess it's good it's not Miguel. Otherwise, Axel would be bringing it.
How did I know the Russians were going to get eliminated?
How many times do you have to kill that son of a bitch until he stays dead?
Kreese is like a cockroach.
Dad?
What?
Training?
Oh yeah, we'll run through the usual stuff. The senseis need time to discuss. Go get changed. Meet me at gym. Huh?
Oh,
what are senseis?
Chosen's gonna tell these two they got to get their shit together.
Pull heads out of that.
Yeah, there we go.
Need guidance. Need senseis. They need their fathers. But think quickly, or I will pull heads from for you.
That's the old Chosen.
That's the old Chosen. What are the odds that the 2 finalists of the 1984 All Valley Karate under 18, their kids are in the World Championships?
Maybe defense only is just bullshit. Maybe we're not even supposed to be here.
Look, you want to doubt everything Miyagi taught you? Go nuts. Should have known as soon as the shit hit the fan, you'd pussy out.
There's the I know.
Here we go again.
Told you a pussy 1,000 times, you don't do shit.
You've caught me on a pretty shitty day.
Hey! What the hell are you two doing?
About to reenact the fight on the beach.
Harness your pain. Focus that rage. And target your enemy. Unleash hell.
What is this, Gladiator? Wait for my signal.
Nichols, this is war. You destroy your enemy.
Here we go.
Or your enemy destroys you.
I told you they're not my enemies, they're my friends.
Friends won't make you a champion. They'll let you down. Every one of us is alone in this world. But if you go out there thinking that Samantha LaRusso is your friend, then you can kiss your victory and your future.
Goodbye. Do you understand?
Yes, Sensei.
I can't hear you.
Yes, Sensei!
Good.
LaRusso just found out his sensei isn't who he thought he was. And I just found out mine is exactly who I thought he was.
It doesn't change the fact that you turned a bunch of bullied kids into one of the most badass dojos this world has ever seen.
Remember where it started.
Did he fix me when I was broken?
Not a chance.
No way. So are you two gonna let your issues with your senseis keep you from doing what you need to be doing?
Hell no. What do you say we hit the gym, get Sam and Robbie ready to win this thing?
I got a better idea.
Look at Johnny with the sunglasses. He's got the Miyagi. Oh, look at he's got the headband on. Yep. Oh, that reminds you of Bloodsport right there, overlooking the city.
Yeah.
Classic 80s training montage.
Well, you had to have a montage.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since we've had one.
Let's go.
That's not a Coors banquet, but he'll take it. Oh, I mean, they are hitting us with all of it.
Oh, look at that. Kind of gives me vibes of part 2 a little bit.
Yeah.
Back on the...
Oh, look at Robbie repping the F1 jacket.
Oh, the whole Rocky. Top of the stairs. Nice.
The Sekai Taikai Tournament of Champions.
It's all led to this.
1 point for hits. And should anyone score a knockout, that's worth 20. It's still anyone's tournament to win.
Oh, they are setting us up.
And may the best dojo win.
Points thing is interesting because theoretically somebody could knock somebody down 3 times, get 30 points, then get knocked out. Another person gets 20.
Yeah.
Still lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, competitors and sensei.
Best of the best. Sekai Taikai. Did you see that in the logo?
From Furia de Pantera, Diego Aguilar. And from Cobra Kai, Kwon Jae-sung.
All right, let's see how this plays out.
Out of me? Out of each other.
Diego looks like he's 30.
Moment of truth. Got a few butterflies?
1 or 2.
They're just there to remind you how much you want this.
It would be nice to step out on the mat just once without any drama.
There's always going to be some kind of drama.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, KO.
Oh, he is out cold.
Kid took a hell of a
The
bump.
winner by knockout, earning an impressive 27 points for Cobra Kai.
The Dragon's captain is fast and agile, but I doubt she's ever had to break slate rock with her fist.
Oh.
Is it worth it? Winning. That's what your grandfather's karate's all about, right? Why you're so scared to go home and defeat? Why you and Sensei Kreese push me so hard?
Being the best requires discipline, sacrifice.
Seems to sacrifice a lot. Friends, relationships, any life outside of karate.
That's what it takes to be the best.
Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Well, she didn't muddle her words there, did she?
It's the wrong time for Tori to have doubts.
And Zora Malik moves
Points
on to the
Zara
girls'
again.
final with a dominant shutout.
You're next. Oh, little blood sport. You are next. I love it.
Give him everything you got.
And then you give him more.
Yeah, come on!
Yeah, what he said. All right, Robbie, let's go.
Ready.
Who do you think we're going to have a call back to the first Karate Kid where Robbie's going to get hurt?
Oh.
And to take on Kwon. In the end, he's going to have to get the...
We got 5 more episodes after this.
This defense is on point. We can't get through.
He's got him with reach, too.
Axel!
Oh, he wants him to do he's going to do the heart kick.
His offense is even better.
Oh.
Defense, Robbie!
Oh, cut his lip up good.
Yeah.
Oh, he hesitated there for a second.
He held back.
He's going to headbutt him?
Are you going to fight?
Hey, come on!
Oh, a cheap shot.
Cheap shot, bitch. I'll try it again.
What's going to happen here?
Get a hold of yourselves! Bring everybody off the mat now! Or this tournament...
Oh, shit. I did not see that coming.
What are we doing here?
What is this?
Complete chaos. Oh, Chosen's getting in on it. Oh, rock
bottom through the table.
You think you belong in the finals? Fight out.
This is so wild. I never saw this coming.
No, just total chaos brawl. Again, that's what the writers do. They lead us one way and then...
You know they'd have to cancel the whole tournament after this.
Yeah. Everybody be disqualified.
Oh, Chosen's gonna come in. Watch.
Yep, he will. Yep.
Yeah!
My hero.
Oh, but okay, we see Kenny get some shine here.
Oh no, somebody going off the balcony.
Going through the levels here.
He's gonna grab the mic. Everybody stop.
Hey, sir, please don't do this.
Oh, Judas effect.
One of us is about to have a lot more fun than the other. Out of my way. Oh, had enough fun for the day.
Is he gonna hit him with that kick? Oh.
Oh, shit.
He still got it. He's got it.
Look at, he's got the crazy look in his eye.
How is this gonna end? Oh,
throat punch.
There's Gunther. Oh. Oh, nice.
2-on-1. Might actually get a good workout. Work this out, man.
Oh. Oh, no, we got chairs. Not the way I thought it'd be used.
Oh, that's the most work she's done all tournament.
Yeah. Oh, just dropped
Getting aggressive.
Oh, bounce him. Oh, the ear clap.
Welcome to your rude awakening.
Yeah. I thought somebody swiped it from him.
Oh, it just dropped.
What's the matter, John? You lose something?
I guess I'm gonna have to finish this with my bare hands.
They are absolutely delivering on this fight scene. I mean, how long has it gone on for? Oh, is he gonna get them both? Nice.
Get off her!
You really choose her over me?
It's not even close.
Hey! Oh, sucker punched him.
They are running this fight long.
Real long. Well, that's what I can't figure out. How is it going to stop?
Something bad's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get Kreese or Silver off the balcony or something?
Something. I'm telling you, man, somebody's gonna take that kick from that Wolf did earlier. Oh.
Oh, I didn't see these two going at it. Oh, dude. Are we going to have the old, the Shanghai Sunset by our boy Axel?
That's what I'm wondering. Oh, into the TV.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's it. Come on. Keep fighting. To the end.
Is that Johnny? Yep.
Let's go, buddy boy.
Oh, the music.
Come on! No!
Oh, he landed on it.
Quan?
He landed on it. Oh.
Was it at least an oblique?
No, that was right in the chest.
Oh, that is definitely not an oblique shot.
Cut the feed!
Oh, this whole episode was a fight. Okay. I didn't think we were actually going to lose somebody. I mean, they teased that Shanghai sunset kick in the beginning. It was kind of in the back of our heads of what it could do, with Wolf being the trainer or the sensei of that team. But I did not expect them in classic Cobra Kai fashion with the writing here for this to go the way it did. I mean, I didn't know if Kreese was going to try to take out Silver with the knife. For a minute there, I thought Daniel was going to get in the middle of it and that he was going to somehow take it. This show just leaves you guessing. Phenomenal episode. I mean, the whole thing, basically this whole episode, or at least 3/4 of it, seemed like it was nothing but just this wild, chaotic fight scene. And they did a really good job with that. I mean, obviously the actors who were in focus during the fight scenes did a great job, but then even the people in the background, so often you see these big brawls and people in the background are just kind of doing something, but they really nailed it on this. I'm wondering, and I kind of want to look into this after we wrap up here. I want to look into see who did like the fight choreography, if there's any famous faces or people we might know from some of the other stuff that we watched, or because they did an amazing job. Because this whole thing was I think it was just to give complete chaos to this part of the season. And then to end it the way they did, because you and I were even saying, what's it going to take to end this? Gunther can get on the microphone all he wants and yell and holler, and nobody's going to stop. So I was like, they teased us because they know we remember with going up to the second floor balcony, like when Miguel fell off the school.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, is he going to get involved with the knife? We had Kreese and what he was doing, chasing down Terry. And it's just like they had so many things going. They had the tease of the Shanghai sunset. So what they did a good job of was creating this sense of panic and anticipation, because they were giving callbacks and references to all these things we had seen before that could very well happen in this situation. And in the end, it was Quan, tried to use the knife and ended up landing on it. And that was the thing that stopped it. So that was just wild. I've no idea what's going to happen now. It was interesting that Daniel had the dream with Miyagi. I mean, that seems like it was 3 episodes ago with everything that happened in this episode. But, he had that dream, and Daniel was kind of wondering about the death in the tournament. So could consider that a little bit of foreshadowing. It was wild seeing our guy Pat be brought back to have that scene that he did with Daniel, where Daniel's kind of in and out of consciousness, and Miyagi was talking to him. So that was incredible to see. But again, just a completely wild episode that I almost think you need to take a break from and just step back and be like, whoa, what did we just see? And again, I had a feeling that something was going to happen to somebody, because I didn't know how else they could stop it, but I didn't expect it to be Quan, and I didn't expect it to play out that way where it would get turned around on him. So just a wild, wild episode. And now we have to wait for February or whenever it's going to be.
Wow. The last episode felt like, we got some fan service, we had the drama, we had the action, and it was a little bit less heavy, than this particular episode. They started off immediately. Okay, we're going to get Miyagi's background. We're going to see the fight from the Sekai Taikai where he ended the other guy's life, and it's not what we got. It was a dream sequence of Daniel fighting him, and Miyagi saying, look, you're not strong enough to know the truth. And look, at the end of the day, obviously, Daniel and Miyagi had a close relationship, but let's also not forget they met when Daniel was 15 years old. It's like, do you tell him hey, this is my background. I ended somebody's life in a tournament. Maybe he just didn't want to talk about it. And, whether it's a traumatic experience or service in a war or whatever, a lot of times when you deal with something very very impactful in your life like that, you just don't want to talk about it to people. So Daniel feels like, oh, he didn't trust me enough, or wasn't honest enough to tell me. But it's like, maybe he just didn't want to talk about it. Interesting that they brought up the death on the mat. Is of course anybody who's seen the movie Best of the Best. They did a good job of continuing the story with Cobra Kai, but also working in some plots from previous films. The scene with Miyagi and Daniel on the mat, it was a narrower rectangular mat.
Yep.
The people gambling gave you blood sport vibes. So it kind of speaks to Sekai Taikai wasn't always like this super organized tournament. It used to be more underground, which if you've seen the movie Bloodsport, that's kind of what that was. It was like a gambling thing. I had the opportunity to interview the real Frank Dukes from Bloodsport, and he, Frank's been a controversial character. He's always been very gracious to me, so I don't have anything negative to say about him. People question the legitimacy of his claims about the fights, but one thing he did say when I talked to him is he said, the original Kumite in the 70s was very much an underground. He's like, picture, just underground UFC, where people were gambling. So it was interesting that they showed the Sekai Taikai as more of an underground type fight, which also may be one of the reasons. So what I'm getting at here is why Miyagi didn't want to tell him.
Yep.
Like back then, that didn't look like it was dojos all meeting together.
Not on the up and up
karate. That looked like it was some underground stuff. So that's also maybe why Miyagi didn't say anything. As far as the training, I was glad that we had Daniel and Johnny, another rift, and then they came back together. It was Miguel who, kind of brought them back together. And, I had said a few episodes ago, I'm like, their relationship has been up and down. We have 5 more episodes left until the wrap of season 6 and the wrap of this series. It sounds like this is pretty much it, folks. I'm really interested to see whether we get more ups and downs from Johnny and Daniel. I'm sure we will. It would, 5 more episodes of them just being good. I'm not sure if we're going to get that, but the fight was interesting. And one of the things that they've done a good job with, and I spoke about this last episode, and if you're somebody watching being like, well, that's not very realistic. Look, it's Cobra Kai, and everything that they've done in a sort of, how would this have played out in an 80s movie, right? So if you're thinking, okay, there would have been more officials there, it would have been broken up, the senseis, the students would have stopped fighting, you wouldn't have had the senseis going after each other. Think about it as if it were an 80s movie or an 80s TV show, and I think that's how it would have played out. You would have had a big brawl. And that was another big thing. Like, look, I don't know if it was supposed to be, I hate to keep comparing it to Best of the Best, but there was a lot of 80s movies where you had these massive bar brawls and melees, and everybody was fighting everybody. Of course, for those of you who have seen Best of the Best, you remember the epic bar fight before they started their training for their big tournament against Team Korea. But in any regard, it was a lot of action. I didn't expect it to go on that long.
Yeah.
They
worked their asses off.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that fight was they told a lot of stories with the fight.
They did.
Right? It wasn't just a fight. We saw Axel fighting Miguel, but then we saw Axel defending Sam. Okay, we saw Robbie fighting Quan. We saw, Sam fight the Irish girl.
Robbie helped Tori.
Robbie helped Tori out, of course. I was surprised that we had Johnny helping out Kreese a little bit at the end. I don't know if that was as much helping Kreese as it was him wanting his shot at silver. Kind of a little bit of both. But I'm not sure what it sets us up for. And that's the thing. I thought, here's what I had thought. So I predicted earlier, I thought Iron Dragons were going to get busted for PEDs and Axel was going to be out. Of course, they gave us the Russians, a very Iraqi 4 feel. Kind of also a throwback to some 80s Olympics controversies. So we got the Russians eliminated. We got these teams back. But I had thought Axel would be out of the picture, but now he's back in the picture. I'm not how this works. They had the cameras rolling, so they're going to be able to go back and see that Quan fell essentially on his own.
Yeah, and he was the one attacking him.
He was the one attacking. What Axel did was in self-defense. It doesn't appear from the fight that we saw that anybody other than Quan suffered any major injuries, which is interesting. Look, if you actually get kicked in the face,
yeah, I mean, surprisingly, everybody was looking pretty good.
It's not good. For those of you who follow UFC, we recently had John Jones fight. He did one of those backspin kicks and cracked dude's ribs, put him down instantly with a backspin kick, and it was a short distance backspin kick. I mean, so probably have a lot more cracked ribs and broken noses and concussions that we had. But again, it goes back to 80s fight style. Like, look, in the 80s, we had our Rocky movies, we had our martial arts movies where people could sit there and punch each other nonstop and like be relatively okay. And I shouldn't just say the 80s. Look at some of the Fast and Furious films with Rock and Vin Diesel battling and all. Like, any one of those punches would be a knockout, you know? So I thought the fight played out very well in the fashion that it was supposed to be for this type of storytelling. Was it realistic? No, of course not. But I think it sets us up very interestingly for the third part of this, because I mean, realistically, if somebody dies, how do you go on with the tournament? You know, and so predictions. Do you guys think that they're going to say, okay, well, the tournament has to go on, it was an accident? I don't think they're going to leave us without some sort of resolution for the tournament. Maybe they say everybody has to go home for a couple weeks and come back. Well, I have this is the first time in a while where I felt like I just really have no idea how they're going to do this. None.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. What are the laws like in Barcelona? Are they going to be charged? Are people going to jail? What's going to happen there? I mean, because I would think that the tournament is done for. Everybody's DQ'd because they all took part in the brawl.
Right.
Everybody's DQ'd. You all go home. There is no winner this year. It's vacated, whatever you want to say. But then I'm wondering, how is everybody going to mentally deal with the fallout of what happened? And then there's going to have to be more than that. We're going to have to still have more Terry Silver and Kreese and Johnny and Daniel and Chosen. I think that's all still going to play out a little bit. But I'm with you as to like, okay, they shut down the tournament. And then what? We've got 5 more episodes still to come. I mean, is that going to be fallout back home? How everybody adjusts to what paths they have to take?
I don't know. You know, the interesting thing about having everybody involved in the brawl, and everybody involved in the brawl, is you can't point fingers at one person.
Right.
There's no way to tell I shouldn't say no way, but you know, it's like, who's the aggressor? Where does it become self-defense? Where does it become aggression?
Cheap shot.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting the way it all started, the way it played out. Everybody was quite literally, everybody was kung fu fighting. Surely not everybody was kung fu fighting. Everybody was kung fu fighting. But in any regard, I don't know how they're going to play this into the final part of season 6. But the one thing I am confident in is we're going to love, as fans of Karate Kid, how it plays out, because the writers give me no reason to feel anything other than complete confidence that these final 5 episodes are going to deliver. If there's one thing that I can say, it's almost like it's starting to feel a little bittersweet, right? Like this is, I believe it was 2018. The first season came out, right? I went to the theater with my buddy Ryan. We got all dressed up as Daniel and Johnny, and went and saw the movie in the theater along with the first 2 episodes. This was when it was YouTube Red, you know, and then never would have thought it would be this good. And here we are rolling into the final 5 episodes of what has been a really fun 6-year journey. So, you know, in a handful of years for us here on the channel. But like I said, full confidence that we're going to have an incredible final 5 episodes. And you guys know we're going to be here for it.
Absolutely. If there's one thing you can count on, it's that the writers and everyone involved in Cobra Kai, they don't miss. We will be satisfied, I'm sure, with the ending. This part of this season was an absolute blast and so much fun, and we're glad that you were here with us for it. So for Appleton Oak, I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. That was Cobra Kai. We'll see you back here in a couple of months for Cobra Kai. Take care, guys.